No one is here, but it's okay, it is what it is. Today I won't be there more than 30 minutes to 40. It's almost 12:30 right now here in India, and I was just watching one old video by one of the controversial. Recently, he been into controversy. I'm not gonna mention his name, but I think he's innocent. He's one of the baddest traveler around in India, and he have been to more than 140 countries. And I was watching his old video, which was released around 7 months ago, where he got arrested somewhere around. So if you know who I'm talking about, you guys will know that who that person is. I better not say mention his name or say where he was arrested. I don't think so. It would be necessary, but I think he's legit. He's legit, and he seems like innocent man. If I were in his place, I would have been devastated, man. I would have been scared. I would have been devastated. I didn't know what to do. Probably I would have stopped traveling. I don't know, man. It's even hard for me to imagine to fit in his shoes, man. So tomorrow is Friday. Actually, it already started Friday here in India, and it's more than 12:26 right now. Okay. So like I have posted few days ago that after I upload one video, I'll come on live and I'll speak about my behind the scenes experience of my previous video which I have uploaded, and I'll share you about the insights which I was not able to shoot, which I didn't got to shoot, or maybe I forgot to shoot. And when we're traveling, like so many things happens in a matter of moment. It's really hard for us to capture every single thing. So many funny things also happen off the camera sometimes. I am That's why I started doing this live session, so that I can connect to you guys more and tell you about the raw experiences behind the scenes, funny and not controversial yet, funny and what do you say, interesting moments. Four people have joined. Hello, please share me your name if it's possible, and also tell me where you're from. Okay, if you guys have any questions regarding anything, feel free to let me know in the comment section. Okay, so that's what I was saying, that maybe next time I'm thinking to get a Insta 360 which tie across your neck. I think some of the famous YouTubers are already using it. I think Osmo also launched their version, but I think they stopped that. Osmo, what was the name of that thing? I forgot the name of that camera. Let me search it on Google. I think Osmo Action Pro. I think Osmo Action Pro is like Osmo Action Pro. Man, I really love that camera, but I hear there are like, hello, I wanna know why you can't speak like a regular guy. I'm speaking like a regular guy, bro. If you have any problem, then don't listen to me. Nobody is forcing you to listen to my conversation, bro. You're here as your own, so you bear my accent or just leave. That's up to you, man. So this was the camera, DJI Action 2, but they have stopped they have stopped that camera. I think, I'm not sure about it, and the price is really cheap as compared to GoPro and other brands. It's like 15,990 on Amazon, and I really love that camera, man. Look at the camera. Let's see that. Should I buy this camera or Insta 360? Both are legit, but Insta 360 doesn't approve any kind of memory card. I need a memory card. This is my phone. I'll see what I want to. Then you fucking watch it. Nobody's forcing you to say anything shit. Fuck off, man. People like you make me sick. I wish you fucking say this to me in my real life, bro. Fuck off, asshole. Seriously, man, I don't understand like why these fuckers. Nobody is forcing you to see my videos, bro. If you don't like my accent, it's not my fucking problem. Just don't watch it. Nobody's forcing you, bro. Nobody's forcing you. I'm here to discuss about the good stuff, bro. And don't think that I'm gonna tolerate like other YouTubers. Then you're gonna come to my comment section and say shit, and I'm gonna tolerate this. No, bro. I'm not this kind of person. And if you meet me in real life, you'll know what I'm talking about, man. Seriously, man. This cringe people, I don't understand. What's your fucking problem, man? And I've noticed one thing. This problem is really familiar with every single Indians. Like I don't understand. Like I've seen a lot of people in Thailand and in Vietnam. They speak in American accent, and they never been to America. Nobody have a problem. Even my foreigner friends, they says that my English is okay. They never have any kind of problem because the thing which matters that people can communicate or not. And you think that your Indian accent is good, bro? Nobody understand that accent. Trust me. Go abroad once. Go abroad and try to communicate. First of all, go abroad. Don't go abroad with your group. Try to do solo traveling, and stay in a hostel or just anywhere. Just try to speak to others. They will not understand your besotted Indian accent, bro. So don't blame me for that shit. Come on. These are narrow-minded people. They've never been out. They've never been to anywhere. They just love to trash. And probably these people are around like 16 to 21. I don't think so anyone who is above 22 to 23, 24, 25, they have any kind of time to say this kind of things on anyone's comment section. Whatever. I'm here to discuss about the last video, like what actually happened in the behind the scenes and all, like, and so many things I was not able to capture, like everyone. Like when we travel, there are so many things which we skip, or we have to skip. So many things happens when our camera is not on, like, and we cannot retake it because everything is live. So I'm here to discuss about the things, share you the fun facts, share you the behind the scene things like that. That's why I've started doing live, so that I can share every single thing with you all, like. And nobody is forcing anyone to watch it, bro. Like nobody's forcing. So don't expect me to change. You don't pay me. Nobody is paying me to make my videos, edit my videos. So you don't get to tell me how do I make my videos. That's really makes me mad. I forgive you guys for losing my temper. Some people, they just come and they say shit, and I just leave it right now. I was talking about the camera that I was looking for, Insta360 and DJI. Like I'm kind of confused that which camera should I purchase. Right now I'm using an old camera which is GoPro 7, but the camera is actually working fine. But one thing I'm facing with the GoPro is that GoPro doesn't support the mic. And in my last series, as if you guys are really watching my videos, then you guys have came to know that I had a lot of trouble with the audio. Like sometimes, because last time I wasn't carrying my tripod. My old tripod was broken. So what happened is, like, let me take out my camera first. So mostly I was recording my videos while holding the GoPro directly. There was no tripod attached to it. My older tripod was broken, so I was normally using it. First, that I thought that I'm gonna do my videos with my iPhone 14 Pro Max, and what happened is I was not carrying my laptop for backup. In Sri Lanka I took my laptop, but I barely used it, and this phone was new back then. But by the time when I was about to leave Vietnam, the memory was almost full, because every other day I was taking videos and also clicking pictures and all those stuff. And what happened is it went out of battery and I couldn't delete because I had to upload it. And obviously every day, like, I was shooting 1 or 2 videos, so it get filled up very easily and I had no options. And for a backup, I took my GoPro. Luckily I carried my GoPro, and that's when I started shooting with my GoPro without knowing a lot of things about the camera. First of all, that I should not be holding it like this or like that, because they have the little hole for the microphone. Also, this part also have a little hole for the microphone. If I record the camera like this, it blocks the microphone, and that's what happened. That's what happened. I blocked a lot of audios unintentionally. So many audio you took. You look like Mia. You came back again, man. Go to studies, you motherfucker. Some fucker is like, are you high or what, man? Go back to your studies, bro. Get the fuck out of my sight. First of all, asshole. First of all, have some guts to mention your fucking name, bro. You fucking pussy. Fuck off, man. Some assholes, man. Okay, fine. I'll ignore this kind of people. I'd rather not talk about them, or I'm not gonna even read their messages for now because they're really spoiling my mood. And I'm not here to like say these kind of words in front of camera, although I don't hesitate to say, because I'm really being what I am, even in my off camera and on camera. I'm just being what I am in my daily life. I'm not scared of anyone. Like, if you trash me, I'm gonna trash you back. I don't give a shit if I get uh, if I don't get a subscriber or not. Whatever. So I was saying, like, so many times, like, I was holding the camera like that, and it actually blocked a lot of you look like brother Mia Khalifa. Okay, you Paki. Okay. So many things, like sometimes I blocked the audio, and it actually, you know so many videos were affected because of that, and so many audios, and I had to do voiceover for that. But luckily, in voiceover, I was able to mention a lot of things. Sometimes I write the script, sometimes I don't. It depends. It totally depends. And that's pretty much it. I was thinking to buy Insta 360 or DJI Osmo. Let's see, like, in let's the future decide what I'm gonna do. But this GoPro is working really fine. This GoPro is working totally fine, and I don't have any problem with it. So I was really enjoying shooting with this GoPro. But luckily, when I came back, I purchased. No, I didn't purchase. I got my old case. And I had a tripod. I had a gimbal. I spoiled my gimbal actually. When I was in Sri Lanka, I was using the gimbal with my iPhone. But one thing which I don't like using this phone, like, first of all, if I'm recording it from the front cam, if I see something which in front of me, I had to switch the camera, and by the time it always consume few seconds, or sometime I miss the thing. So that's what it was a bit complicated with the phone. But it was easy. Like, in one thing, I'll say it's easier, like, it's always in your hand, but sometimes you need to open the lock. You need to open the lock like this and turn on the camera, and then switch in between the camera, front camera, and back camera, and then you shoot things like that, and it consumes a lot of time, which I don't really like. But one thing which I found really handy with this GoPro is that you just need to click this button. Right now, I'm not using the battery, so battery is not inside the camera. That's why it's not gonna turn on. I think the battery is right here. I have 3 spare batteries right now, so it's really easy just to press this button, record, and whatever you wanna record, you can record. If you wanna record yourself, just flip it like this, and it's, trust me, like, when you are blogging every single day, it's really helpful when you just can switch your camera just like that. It just takes barely less than a second, and it really helps to shoot a lot of things around you in compared to the phone. I know a lot of YouTubers, especially nowadays, they're using their iPhone for recording, but personally, for me, I feel like it's really complicated. Especially, it takes a lot of time, it consumes a lot of time, like, whenever it's on or off. Like, sometimes if there is, like, sunny weather outside, or even if it's raining, like today it's raining outside. If it's raining, sometimes your face lock doesn't work. You need to, like, open your phone through the password, and by the time it always takes 30 to 40 seconds to reach out the camera section. And obviously, whenever you open your phone, first thing will come out is that photo option. which also takes a lot of time, seconds, to switch to video mode, and also depends on which camera you wanted to use, the front or back. So it's really time consuming for me in compared to GoPro or any other action camera. But GoPro, one thing I found that it doesn't support any microphone, man. Like I purchased one microphone in from Chiang Mai, but it only can be used by my phone, which I don't want to. For GoPro, if I wanted to use any kind of external microphone, then I need to buy an adapter, and this adapter will attach to this part of the camera, and this adapter is kind of expensive. In I think, let me check. I think it's gonna cost around 3 to 4 thousand in Indian rupees. GoPro adapter. Okay. Yeah, it's almost 5,000, 4,800. This adapter you need to connect any kind of external microphone with your GoPro, and also you need to buy this case which will allow this adapter to go inside like this, and then you can attach your camera. You can allow your adapter, and you can hold the tripod like this, and you can shoot. I never used any microphone, external microphone, this one. Earlier I used to record music videos, but for that I used to use I have microphones, Shure brands, SM58 microphone I have, but I only use it for my music videos. Or sometimes, like in my old videos, if I did some voiceover or something like that, I used that microphone for my voiceover. But nowadays, whenever I'm like recording any kind of audio, I simply use my iPhone 8, which is connected to this live so, what do you call this stuff, man? I'm forgetting the word of it. So I just normally use the phone's microphone, which is pretty decent, I'll say. Like it's decent, it's handy. If I have to use my Shure's SM57 microphone, I have to connect it through a sound card, which I purchased almost 9 years ago when I used to live in Delhi, and I need to connect with the cable. It's too much of hassle. Like also I need to connect it with my laptop here. It's too much of work. I remember back in when I used to live in Goa, like I had a proper room with a proper setup with a table. I just make it a setup like sound recording setup. Maybe some of my old videos I have shown in my videos, but that was in my old channel, which was deleted. And I used to put only music contents over there, but now it's not anymore. I think I have already mentioned about it earlier, a few days back or a few weeks back from now. So as of now, like in this video, there is not many views. Let me check it. Okay. Oh wow, 21 views. Not bad. It's okay. It is what it is. I'm not in a rush, because one wise YouTuber told me YouTube is not a easy peasy thing. It's a long marathon. It's not a sprint. It's a long marathon. Okay. So I'm gonna listen to him. Instead of rushing for views and all, doing controversies. Yeah. I'm not gonna do this. Instead of that, I will stay calm and upload consistently. Upload weekly. What was the word? With consistency. Yeah, forgot, man. Look, I'm fumbling here. It's okay, because we all speak in our native language, so obviously there will be a lot of fumbleness and all. It's almost 20 minutes, and okay. So what's the weather outside? So I'll not be here for long. I'll just say what happened last time, and I'll leave. So while shooting the last video, what happened is that at the end there was one hotel called Eden Garden. When I booked that place, it was kind of far away from the city, and last time, like 3 years ago in 2022, when I was in Thailand for like 6 months, I used to stay there, like I've mentioned many times in my past. So I've been there only once back in 2022 just to take my train to Bangkok. Back then only I've seen that area neighborhood, and that neighborhood was in outskirts of the city. The city was phenomenal. I'll say city was really phenomenal. I really liked that place. And that day when I went there, that bold taxi driver, he took me from, like, I'll not say jungle, like I'll say outskirts from the highways and all. Like there were like a lot of woods and all. And when I reached there, I reached from a backside of the hotel, and I thought that he is dropping me at some kind of quieter neighborhood. Like there is nothing. Although that neighborhood was pretty quieter as compared to the other parts of the city, but I thought it is completely in the opposite direction of the city, and there is no other shops. Because back when I was in Surat Thana a few days back, in 3rd January, I think 3rd or 2nd January, if I remember. That day also I booked one place, and it was around 10 kilometers away from the city, and almost nearby the airport. And the bold taxi driver dropped me there, and I found that only three hotels are there nearby the road, nearby the highway, and there was no shops. There was no shops, no 7-Eleven, no rest. There was one restaurant as far as I remember, but there was nothing apart from that restaurant. There was not even a single place where I can buy water or daily stuffs like munchies and cigarettes and stuff like that. And immediately what happened is, like, I stayed there. I actually went inside to check the place, and that hotel room was, it looked like a matchbox. And once I went inside, and there was no window, there was just only one door. And I said, like, I'm a smoker. I'll be very honest with you guys. I don't hide anything from my viewers. Like whatever I am in real life, I just portray it on the camera. I don't hide anything from anyone. Like so many people, they don't show their real themselves. Like so many things they do, but they don't show it in front of the camera. But for me, I'm not like that. I'm always blunt in front of the camera, I'll say. So I asked the lady that can I smoke in this room, and obviously they don't allow smokers. Thailand has strict rules about no smoking policy. In many places, if you smoke, if you get caught while smoking, they will put you into fine. Like 4,000, 5,000 baht. They'll fine you for smoking in that place and all. So I said, like, can I smoke? Obviously, that lady said no, you cannot smoke, and that room was like a matchbox. There was also no smoking room. So I immediately went outside and I booked another place. I kept looking for another place in booking.com, and I found a place after, like, I don't know, half an hour later or something. And then I took a bike taxi again. I went back to the city, and then I stayed there for 3 days. I was scared that maybe same thing will happen with me. So what happened is, I went to that new place in Surat Thana, that hotel called Eden Garden, and I thought I'm gonna face the same consequences which I faced in Surat Thana. But luckily, there was two 7-Eleven, but it was not in that same road. But you have to go a little bit further for that. So later, I came out. I sat somewhere in front of a school. I looked around on my Google Maps, and then I asked one local, like, is there have any 7-Elevens around? And one local was really nice and gentle person. He said, yeah, and he showed me like how far it is, and he actually guided me like how to reach it. It was like only, like I mentioned, 5 to 6 minutes walking distance away. And then I took a breath in relief that, oh, really fine. I was happy. Okay, fine, I can stay there. And after staying into that hotel, I really liked it. I really liked it. And there was 2 bottles of water in my room, like the complimentary water which every hotel provides normally. And there was one biblical quote written on the wrapper of the bottle. First I didn't notice, and then I actually forgot what it was written, but it was something, Psalm something 23, something like that it was written. And then I noticed, why on earth they have biblical quotes on a water bottle? And then I saw, like, oh, I thought, like, is that a church or is that a hotel? Later that evening, I went downstairs just to chit chat. Whenever I go, I always chit chat with people. So there was the receptionist, and I asked her, like, is that a church as well? and she couldn't speak in she couldn't speak in she couldn't speak in English mostly. That creep is coming back again and again, man. Bro, bro, are you missing me or what? Don't you have to study? Go and study, bro. Stop wasting your time, bro. If you don't like my accent, why are you here? What the fuck is wrong with you, man? Have you took your pills or what? So, and I asked her like, is there a church or something? And she said, she was able to explain like, yeah, it's a church, but it only runs through Sunday morning around 8. I said, wow, that's really fantastic. Like, and there was a big hall where they have sitting arrangements, also free coffees and all for the guests. And on Sunday around 8, they that place actually work as a church. They run their services and all, and it was really wonderful, and then I stayed there for like 7 days until I left Thailand. I really enjoyed staying there. And and next day, like when I went back to the reception again to pay for the day's rent, and I said like, I'm gonna extend one more day, and she said, okay, since you are staying for long, I'll give you a discount. She actually gave me a discount of 50 baht, which was really nice. Without even asking, she gave me discount. Nice people. Even in Vietnam, even in Thailand, there are people like this. If you stay for longer term time, they're gonna give you discounts, and that's really nice. So what happened is, later that day, I had a plan, but hey, hello, what's your name? Where you from, bro? Let me know. So, but I'm not gonna talk about this in this live session because it will be on my next video. So you have to watch the video first, and if you have any kind of questions or not, no matter what, anyway, I'm gonna give you the behind the scenes things which I'm not able to shoot. That's why I've started this live session, and I'm really enjoying it because I get to say a lot of things which is not in the video, which is not which is missing from the video. And I wanted to be really honest with you, everyone, so that those who are like investing your time in my videos, I want you to know every single truth which happened during that time, during that video, especially. And most of the stuffs, like funny stuffs, the exciting stuff, happens behind the camera. Like whenever, like I don't know whether it's my luck or it just happens with every other person. I don't know. I cannot clarify that. Like I said in my last video, like I always carry my camera on my GoPro. Sorry, on my fanny pack. I always keep it here in a pocket. That's why this camera got little ripped from here and little bit of from there also. But it's okay. So whenever something happens, my camera is always off. My camera is always inside my pocket, and by the time I take it out, things like even people, like when you're reacting with people, when you're speaking with people, you cannot record. Like you cannot say like, hey, I'm recording this. Can I record your reaction? Things doesn't work like that. And sometimes people normally, hello, fanny pack, yeah, fanny pack. No, bro, I'm not LGBTQ. I'm a Christian. I'm purely straight. Thank you so much for asking. Where you from, bro? So, fanny pack, yeah, he's right, fanny pack. So even like if I'm recording with someone, I cannot say like, bro, can I record your reaction, let's talk something funny. Things doesn't work like that. Normally people are mostly open about the things when things are off camera. Even in Khausan Road, when I was with my friends, we had a lot of fun. So many things we did recorded, and sometimes I was also saying, okay, this part is funny, should I take my camera out? And they were like, no, no, no. Things like that happens always. So it is what it is. It's the part of blogging culture. Mostly I have never seen any YouTuber speaking like about their live sessions like that. Mostly I don't actually, to be honest, recently I started watching blogs, other people's blog. And earlier, how I started doing my live blog journey. First time when I went to Thailand, it was in 2022. Yeah, 2022. And back then my friends, they used to like watching blogs of other Indian YouTubers such as Mithalesh Backpacker And I think I only heard about Mithilesh Backpacker back then. And my friend, he told me once, like, bro, like I purchased that camera in 2019, sorry, 2019, to shoot my music videos. Like, so he said, like, I told him that I purchased one GoPro, and he was like, bro, you bought this camera, do you know Mithilesh? I said, who is that guy? Like, yeah, he's a big YouTuber, he's very famous and all, like, he's been through a lot of countries, you should watch out, check out his videos and all. Like, I was like, okay. And my friend, he played one of his video, and I was like, I couldn't understand what was going on, because earlier than him, I used to watch back in 2018 to 2017. There was one guy, I think now he has completely stopped, or maybe once in a blue moon he uploads his video. He's from New Zealand, and his name was Indigo Traveler. And his content I used to watch, like, not like frequently or in a regular basis, I'll say. Like, sometimes, like, his like video came across in my feed, maybe I clicked, maybe I watched it completely, maybe like randomly. I was not a genuine subscriber of him. And mostly he used to make videos about the countries where there are like war scenarios going on, or any kind of conflict is happening. Back then, I think he started doing a vlog series in Bangladesh, because there are a lot of Rohingya refugees, like, escalated from Myanmar to Bangladesh. So he went to Bangladesh to shoot how their living condition is and all. Later, also, when the Ukraine and Russia started fighting with each other, he went to Ukraine just when the war started. He make that kind of content, like, if any kind of war thing escalates, like, he goes there and he do the ground stuff. He show the ground record, and his vocabulary and his way of making videos is authentic, I'll say, authentic. So I used to adore this kind of things, like, whatever. So if there is some kind of controversy, some kind of interesting stuff, I only used to watch that. But back then I didn't have any addiction like I do now. Said hi, hello, Saima Adams, hello, hello. Where you from? If you let me know, then it'll be good. So I was saying, so my friend told me, like, bro, watch out his video, and maybe you're gonna. And I started watching one of his video, and I was like, what is this? Like, I'll be very honest with you. I felt really bored. I'm not criticizing his work. Right now, if you ask me, I really adore that person. I really adore his work, and he's really inspiring, I'll say. And he's one of the first vlogger of this country, and he did a really good job, and I really adore his work. But back then, I'm being honest with you, he was like, when I watched his first video, I'm like, oh, okay, he's going somewhere. So what am I supposed to do with it? Because back then I had a mentality of, like, I'm a musician. I was actually playing live in Goa back then, and I was doing really good before the COVID. I was really enjoying. I was really earning a lot of money until the COVID thing came, and so it is what it is. So I was like, okay, fine, okay. And in 2022, I came back. No, sorry, in 2021 I came back. I stayed 6 months here in this place, and I met my friend again. He said, I told him that I'm going to Thailand, I'm going to shift there, I'm going to stay as long as I can, I'm going to take a break from this country. And he said, bro, go with your camera, record, you can speak, like, maybe you can make videos, you can get viral. I was like, no, like, nah, I can't do this. Back then in this channel, I used to make martial art videos. You can still find it if you go all the way down. You can still find my old videos where I was, like, doing things with, like, hook and all, like, doing things with the punching bag. Sometimes I'm with someone showing like, how to choke, do rear naked choke, how to do triangle choke. One of the video of me making not me, actually, someone was attempting triangle choke on me. This one got viral. I shooted that video in 2021, and when I uploaded it in 1 year, that video had no views. I think around 20 to 30 views there was. And I remember in 2022, I was living in Bangkok. One day, suddenly, back then I had only 200 to 200, around like 200 subscribers. Back then I only used to upload shorts, because making a long video was like a huge task for me. So I never anticipated that. And one day I was just like, I just woke up, I just woke up and then I checked my phone and I saw like there are like lot of subscribers notifications, and I was like, what the fuck just happened? Like, and I opened my phone and one day it was 300, next day 350, and the after that day it was 400, 500. It reached 900 within a month of June, I think month of June in 2022. I was like, what was that? And then I realized one of my video got viral, and but that video's length was very less. Let me show it to you. That video's length was very smaller. That's why I still haven't got any. Still haven't completed my monetization. But it actually helped me to reach my first 900 subscribers. Uh, and then like when I was in Thailand, I was like, back then. Now if you ask me, like, I'm more like whatever happens, like first thing which comes to my mind, let's take out my camera, let's just record it, make a content about it. But back then I was like, I was not in that kind of, how do you say it in word, I don't know, I was not in that kind of mentality, that kind of zone, I'll say, like to create anything out of videos out of anything, like I was not in that kind of zone. I used to make videos about specific things such as martial art thing, or maybe when I went to Thailand and after that I was actually, I had plenty of time. Then I switched to other things and I started making food blogs, food videos and all, which actually helped me to reach my 1,000 subscriber after 900, helped me to reach 100 after my 900 subscribers. And that's when, like I started like thinking like to see the things according to your camera's lens. And that's when it changed a lot. I've been speaking a lot, let me drink a little water. And so like if anybody's watching, like what sort of music you guys like to hear, what's your personal favorite playlist? Like, if you ask me, I'm a big fan of, you guys know what, jazz. Obviously it's in my middle name, obviously it's a fake name, that's not my real name. Obviously nobody have their middle name called jazz. Okay, still, like if you see my 1 year old post, you'll see martial art, food, and things like that. In last June I have started making vlogs, and not precisely, I think, yeah, I think I have mentioned this in my last live session, like how I started making my vlogs. So one day in Bangkok, finally, I decided that I will go out and try to capture things. And still I have this video, I haven't deleted it, nor I'm going to delete this video, because this video, okay, this is my first ever blog video, which was taken in Phuket night market. And in this video, if you watch it, like there are like I made lot of mistakes. Most of the video is like just showing around things without saying anything to the camera, because I was scared. I was really scared. I didn't know what to say. And when I was in Thailand back in 2 years ago, this kind of content I used to upload, like beautiful places, beaches, and things like the roads. Like I don't know why on earth, like I shouldn't capture it more. But it is what it is. It is what it is. I have no regrets. At least I went there, I took out my camera and started capturing. So many people I know, they don't even do this, so I'll say I'm lucky that at least I did little things. Although I haven't got any views, barely 100 to 200 to maximum 300. In some of the videos has like 19, 7, 6, 10, 26, something like this. But it is what it is. No regrets is better than nothing. Okay, let me find the first video which was viral. Okay, yeah, let's do. Okay, yeah, this was the video. I'm not gonna mention was there in that video? This was the video which got viral. Okay, it has around 565,000 views and 528 likes and 11 comments. But the video length was around 43 seconds, which is okay as compared to back then. I just I don't know why on earth, like what was going on in my mind while shooting this video. Like I just did it back then. I remember 4 years back from now. I started this channel in 2020, in September 2020. But back then I used to make two short videos in a single day. What have you learned in the process? What works? What doesn't? Very nice question, bro. Thank you so much, Species and Traders. Very nice question. What have I learned in the process? First of all, process is still going on. I'm still learning. Recently, what have I learned is not to get excited while shooting, cause sometimes so many things can be normal for us while shooting something, but some people can get offended, and excitement can ruin a lot of things, because people can misunderstand. People can misunderstand what I'm trying to capture, what are my intentions. My small mistakes can make me pay a big debt, and what doesn't. That's what I have learned. And just go with the flow, just capture, be respectful. Don't try to create any kind of hype, just be normal, be honest. That's all. Be honest, and don't fear of anything. Like while shooting, if you have a little amount of fear, sometimes, when I'm making videos in my room, even yesterday when I was doing my voiceover, like I was making mistakes. Simple 30-second voiceover took me at least, you won't believe, 20 to 30 seconds, because I was just thinking maybe that this word is not coming good, maybe this pronunciation is not good. But whenever I'm outside or whenever I'm speaking on live, I don't care. Even some of my word is like fumbling, some of my word is not pronouncing right. It's okay, cause it's okay. No one cares. No one cares. At the end of the day, you will not remember what you have heard from me. Same thing goes with me. So whenever I'm shooting outside, like I things go with the flow. But whenever I'm stuck inside in a room, my brain started working, in a different way. That's when I make mistakes. I'm still learning, still learning. This is I've just completed my first trip. Obviously, in my second trip, gonna learn a lot of things. Gonna meet new people. Let's see what are the things are about to come. Southeast Asia, like traveling in Southeast Asia is easier, I'll say, because people are friendly here. People are friendly. People, even though like they don't know how to speak English, but they are normally shy. They don't want to, they don't get back to you for no reason. They don't fight to you without any reason, until or unless you are being disrespectful to them. But places like Russia, places like some part of the Europe can be a little tricky. Obviously, South America is like dangerous place. Obviously, not as like as compared to other places like Southeast Asia. Even some places of India are really dangerous. Trust me in that. Little mistakes can make you into a big problem. But it is what it is. Once I go there, once I'll be there, once I'll face those people, I will learn how to communicate with them. I will learn how to respect their cultures. Right now it's easier to say, like if I see suppose one specific, I'll not mention the name, specific caste, I know how to, which word can please them, which word can be pleasing to me. But once I'll face them face to face, that's when I learn a lot of things about them. Maybe if maybe this will change a lot of thinking. So many things there are. Thank you so much for the question. I really appreciate this kind of question that really motivates me and also make this conversation interesting. So what I was saying, I forgot actually. It's okay. So it was really interesting, like more I even like today, like whenever like a month ago, like making a live video was a big stress for me, because I was always worried about my accent, always worried about what to say. If you check out my old videos, like I was only making videos with my guitar, and mostly I end up getting copyrights, But now it's okay. Like I just speak out my heart, and it's also good that I get to speak in English. I get to practice my English because now I'm in my native place. I don't speak in English anymore because no, but it doesn't require here to speak in English mostly. So coming to live is always good. Like I'm thinking to be more precise in this, so that I can speak and practice also, like I miss making vlogs these days, I've been watching a lot of Indian YouTubers frequently, and I started loving their content, and I really enjoyed that. But what I don't like about it, like I miss shooting as well, like whenever they're going to a new place making videos, a part of me is like feeling envy, really crying inside that I also want to do that, but I need to stay here till I save a little bit of amount for my next trip. And this time I'm preparing a lot. I'll also apply for a credit card. I don't have any credit card, so I'm gonna apply a credit card so that I can travel with more freedom, and I'll go to other countries. Like I think I'm not sure, but I'm thinking to go to like Middle East, not Middle East, sorry, Central Asia. I think Central Asia. I was planning to go to Russia, but let's see. But Russian winter will be real harsh for me. But I never seen winters. Like I've seen winters. We also have winters, but I've never seen snow in my life. So I wanted to be in a place where there are like snowfalls, snowflakes, and all stuff like that. I'm scared. I used to be scared of winter, but now I don't know why on earth. Like I've changed my perspective. Now I wanted to explore the winter season, the snowy Christmas. Let's see where fortune takes me. And also I want to travel to the south, not the South Africa, the entire Africa. Africa will be a little bit tougher for me, I know that, because Africa is not for beginners. People normally say India is not for beginners, but actually Africa is not for beginners. But I think Eastern Africa, some of the countries like Tanzania will be fine. Tanzania, Malawi, I'm not sure Malawi, whatever, Zanzibar, Dar es Salaam, these places will be fine if I stay in my, if I stay in, what do you say, if I stay, normal, if I don't go outside at night, like normally I'm a night owl, like even now it's almost like 1 past 1:12, but in Africa it'll be a huge task for me to get up in the early in the morning and explore the places before the sun goes down. But let's see where life takes me, Southeast Asia is really nice, Southeast Asia, but I'm a little bored of this Southeast Asia because there are no adventures. Okay, you were talking about the trending videos about it was different. Why do you think it went viral? Oh, thank you so much for reminding me. Why do I think it went viral? To be honest, I don't have any answer for that. It went viral after a year. After a year, in 2022, I uploaded that video in 2021, but it went viral in 2022. But I don't know why. Maybe it because a girl was attempting that rear naked choke. So maybe so many people got attracted to see like how a small girl is like attempting a rear naked choke on someone like who is little taller than her. Maybe that could be the reason, or maybe just few seconds video, maybe it was like not a big task for others to invest their time. That could be the reason as well. Honestly, I don't have any answer, and there is no way that I'll ever find out why it went viral. But I really appreciate your question. It's really interesting. Uh, Thank you so much for asking me this questions. Like if you have any regarding questions, okay, if you can find that out, you might find your formula. Could be, probably, yeah, true. But the thing is that that was the like old time I used to do like martial arts stuffs. But now I have completely stopped making martial art videos. I stopped practicing martial art as well. But sometimes I only do the back work. Other than that, now I don't practice martial art anymore. I do a little bit of lifting. maybe someday I'm thinking, because martial art is also a part of me, so maybe obviously if I started doing martial art again, obviously I'm gonna make shorts, maybe long videos will be a little bit tougher for martial art. Maybe I can show something like that, a day in a life of me while practicing MMA, while practicing BJJ, something like that. I can also promote that thing. Yeah, I can also promote that thing. I was also writing one book about how to teach martial art to females. Like that was my motive. Like I wanted to teach free martial arts to females. I think every people should know at least BJJ, Brazilian Jiu Jitsu. It's really important because technicality. So many things you can do while just laying back. On any position. If you know the chokes, and best part is like you can break someone's bone without moving, without throwing big punches, without staying on the ground. You can just lie around and you can choke. And I was actually writing one book, but eventually I stopped writing it. And on that book I was writing it like how to start, like day by day, first thing. And what was that? Okay. Like and what will be the benefits for the woman, especially the woman, why women need to learn martial arts. And because I don't want to create any kind of controversy, or wanted to say any kind of controversy. Like everyone, these are the basic things. Like everyone should know how to swim, should know how to cook, should know how to fight. That's what I believe. And let me be very honest with you. I'm being hypocrite right now because I don't know how to swim. So it's also in my bucket list that I need to learn how to swim. Because I just said like everyone should need to know how to swim, how to cook, how to fight. But I'm being a hypocrite. I don't know how to swim. Okay, that sounds like an idea. Train people. Yeah, that's good. Obviously, and it also helps your fitness and all. It good. Like you stay in shape. Staying in shape also prevents you to a lot of things. And can I ask you something? Where you from? Like, are you watching it from which country or which part of this country? Or if it's not personal for you to answer, so it also helps you to stay in shape. Especially like when I started martial art in 2019. Before that, I took some lessons back in my childhood, and it wasn't a legit place to train. Because to be honest, I don't know you are familiar with the term called the Mac Dojo. If you are not, then you can look for it on YouTube or Google. You'll find a lot of funny contents. Uh, in this tech, Mac Dojo is a place where they teach wrong martial arts, and I was a part of a Mac Dojo. And long story. And in 2019, in 2015 actually, I have also already mentioned it in my one of my old blogs, like what happened to me. I was diagnosed with tuberculosis. So after that, I had a lot of breathing problem. Grown as men learn to swim. Grown as men learn to swim. I can see it now. Okay. Yeah, but I don't want it to be a hypocrite to you. Like I'm giving you speech like how to fight, how to cook, and how to swim, but I don't know how to swim. So just being honest with you that I don't know how to swim, and I'm really looking for like last few years that someone to teach me. Even in Thailand where I used to stay, there was one pool. But I used to go there, but I used to watch videos like how to swim, but I couldn't make it. But I hope it's in my bucket list. I hope that I'm gonna learn swimming someday, and I'm gonna do it really good. And obviously, and I used to live in Goa for 5 years, and I never went inside the ocean. Yeah, it would be entertaining to see you learning. Obviously, if I learn it, I'm gonna make videos about it for sure. For sure, I give you my word, of course. And I used to live in Goa for 5 years, and I never went inside the ocean even for a single time in my life. And seriously, now I think why. Even I had a lot of friends, Russian friends, British friends. Everybody is shocked to hear like, how come you live by the ocean and you don't know how to swim? And I was like, what to say? What to say? I don't know how to swim. It is what it is. If you can teach me, then it'll be very great. But obviously people, they don't stay for a long period, they always come and go. And I had one friend, I think a few days ago, he emailed me about his upcoming plans and all. Why? No, I'm excuse me. It's not, I'm not scared of water. I'm not at all scared of water. I actually love water. But no one taught me how to swim, like, and no one taught me. And while growing up, there was no um, pond or swimming pool nearby my place. There were, but my parents were busy. They were in like 1 kilometer distance from this side. There is one pool, but my parents were busy. They never got time to take me to a swimming classes. Typical Indian parents. So that's why I don't know how to swim. But it's in my bucket list. So I was saying, I had one friend from Hungary. He's around 67 or 68 years old. I met him on Thailand in my first visit. Recently, like few days ago, he emailed me like about how am I doing and all. Oh, okay, sorry. Carry on with your story about your friend. No, it's about the same thing. It's about the same swimming thing. So he told me, like, I told him the same thing, that I don't know how to swim and all. He said, I'll teach you. I said, okay, fine. One day, like, we gathered around nearby the pool and we said, okay, let's go. He'll teach me. Like, and we went inside and he was like, swim. I was like, how? He said, try to swim. I was like, how? So I know that you need to do this, you need to hold your breath. And I can hold my breath around for 40 to 50 seconds. And he was like, swim. I was like, how? Like, explain me, like, what to do, what move that I should make. He was like, just try. I was like, and he's really older than me, so I couldn't argue with him as well. And he's a dear friend to me. And I was like, swim. How? I said, just try. Just try, you can do it. Like, come on, I cannot teach you the guitar. Just like, okay, play the guitar. Just play. Strum. Hold the chords. Of course, I need to explain you what is chords, how to hold the plectrum, and what are the fretboards, what are the string names, and a lot of basic things are there. Like, you cannot just say someone to just swim. Like, how? Try. Same thing, I cannot teach you guitar just like that, or martial art. Just do a hook. Just jab someone. How? Just do it. But he's a very good friend of me. He's a really good, dear friend of me. It's been 3 years since I've met him, but we stayed in touch. Next year, he's going back to Hungary, to his native place. He stays in Perth, Australia, but during Australian winter, he travels around. So that's how we met. So, okay. So it's almost an hour. I think it's time for me to leave. And thank you so much for joining, especially to you, Spacious Trader. Whoever you are, if you can join me on Instagram, it'll be very nice. And don't think that I'm telling you to gain my followers. Wish you all the best of luck in your advance. Thank you so much. Even you too. If you can join me on Instagram, like if you follow me, I'll follow you back. Don't think that I'm saying this to gain YouTube followers. If you want to, it's totally up to you. No pressure. If you want to stay in touch, you can always stay in touch in Instagram. Follow me, I'll follow you back. It's not that I'm trying to gain any followers over there. It's up to you. Thank you so much for joining. I'll see you next time. Ciao.